This is the Echo Show 15. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at everything you can do with this device, so stay tuned. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you have been around for a while, you probably know I'm pretty deep into the Amazon ecosystem. So if you have an Amazon product or a product with Alexa built into it, make sure you are subscribing because I got a lot of cool videos that are going to help you get the most out of these devices. Also, as we go through the list, comment below and let me know what subjects you want me to dive deeper into. And with that said, let's go over everything you can do with the Echo Show 15. All right, so the best way I can describe this device right here is that it's like a digital dashboard / picture frame with Amazon Alexa built into it. If we take a look at the back of the device, we've got a power port and we've also got holes for mounting this. Now, there are several different ways that you can mount this device right here. It comes with a bracket that you can attach to the wall for mounting. You can also get a stand, which is what I am using, and the holes are positioned so you can get a Versa mount, which essentially is a TV mount that you can use for like swiveling and things like that. There are several different options on Amazon. I can link those below if you guys want to check those out. We've got speakers on either side with 1.6-inch full range drivers. On the top of the device, we've got buttons for volume up, volume down, mute, and a shutter to cover up the camera for extra privacy. Now, if we look between the buttons, you'll see several small holes on the top and back. These are going to be the microphones for the device. Looking at the front of the device, we have got a 15.6-inch 1080p touchscreen display with a 5-megapixel camera. Now, I was a little disappointed that it only had a 5-megapixel camera, considering the Echo Show 10 has a 13-megapixel camera. Now, for some additional features built into the device, we've got dual band Wi-Fi. It also comes with Bluetooth, where you can either connect to your phone to stream music from your phone to the device, or Bluetooth for you to connect an external speaker to this to get some better audio out of it. It also has an ambient light sensor, so as the room starts getting dark, the screen will dim down. At night, it will actually turn off. And that's where the accelerometer sensor kicks in. It uses that to detect motion in the room. When it detects motion at night, it will kick the display back on. Another thing to point out is the picture frame look of the device. You can pick through a number of different options provided by Amazon, or if you are a Prime member, you have access to Amazon Photos. That allows you to upload personal photos and be able to display them on the device. Once you have your personal pictures uploaded, you can enable photo frame and use this device as a digital picture frame. Now, one thing to note with that, if you are using this as a digital picture frame, it does not show the clock. So in addition to talking to Alexa, this is also a touchscreen digital display. So you can scroll through the menus if you want to do that. If you scroll right to left, it's going to bring up the widget menu. From there, you can go through the different widgets and pick the ones that you want to display on the home dashboard. Once you've done that, you can rearrange them however you want to. Now, scrolling down from the top is going to give you some more options. We've got home settings, do not disturb. You can quickly get to your alarms, adjust brightness, notifications, get to your widget gallery from here. We can also do discovery, communicate, music, smart home video, routines, and photo frame. Now, the major options on here we'll be going through throughout the video. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is that you can set up different profiles on this device. This is going to allow the device to give custom information depending on who is walking up to the device. It's going to use the camera to detect who is in front of it, and from there it's going to give you personalized things like calendars and reminders. So what can this device not do? Well, there's actually plenty it cannot do, but we're just going to be covering a couple of them right now. First of all, this device cannot install apps. You can't go out there and search for apps, say like YouTube or Disney Plus. It does not have that capability. Now, down the road, Amazon could bring other apps to this. As of right now, like for example, it does not have Disney Plus. Down the road, they could install that and enable it, but as of right now, that is not an option on this device. Next up, this device is not weatherproof, meaning do not put it outside. If for some reason you do need to have this outside, maybe under a covered patio or a barbecue area, I definitely recommend keeping it covered when you are not using it. And lastly, and this thing actually surprises me the most, this device does not have a Zigbee Smart Hub built into it. To me, that was a big surprise, especially since the Echo Show 10, which cost the same amount, has a smart hub built into it. This device right here, which is kind of the central home dashboard of all of the Amazon Echo devices out there, does not have a smart home built into it. I don't know why it does not have that built into it. So if you're looking for an Echo device that has the smart home hub in it, you're going to be wanting to look at the Echo Show 10 and just the regular Amazon Echo. So what media can you get on this device? Well, Amazon's Prime Video, Netflix, and Hulu are the major native apps you'll see available. Unfortunately, like I mentioned before, Disney Plus and HBO Max are not available on this device, but that's just a quick software update, so things can change down the road. Now, one cool thing about the Echo Show 15 is that it does have the Silk web browser built into it. So even though it doesn't have the YouTube app, or maybe say the TikTok app loaded into it, it does have quick launches for either one of those that's going to load up through the web browser. Also, if you want to do any kind of searching, it looks like Bing is going to be its default web search. As far as music, you have options for Amazon Music, Spotify, Pandora, and Apple Music. In addition to that, you can listen to radio stations on this device through iHeartRadio, podcasts, and even audiobooks through Audible. Something you can do across all Echo devices is set up speaker groups. This is going to allow you to play music on all of those devices throughout your house. Once you have your speaker group set up through the Alexa app, you can just request to have music played through that specific speaker group. As music is playing through those devices, you can adjust volume individually. So if you have a speaker in one area that you want to turn up the volume on, you can do that. If you have a speaker in a different area, you can turn the volume down individually on that one. As far as the speakers on this device, they're actually a lot better than I was expecting. However, my expectations were pretty low. Now you can go into settings on the device or through the app to adjust bass, mids, and trebles. This is going to allow you to customize the speakers a little bit more to your liking. For me, I wanted a little bit more bass, so I did turn that up a bit. And if adjusting the equalizer still doesn't help, you always have the option of just connecting a giant Bluetooth speaker to get some better audio out of it. Doing this is going to allow you to bring that music around with you. So I can either have this in the house, I can take it outside, I can go around with it, and still get some incredible audio that is playing on the Echo Show 15. There is a widget for smart home control on the dashboard, but it's limited to 3 viewable devices at a time. Now you can add more to that, but you're only going to be able to see 3 at a time. To update those devices, you do have to go into the Alexa app and pick different favorites. You're going to select your favorites however you want to set them up, and that is what is going to display in the widget. I found it to be not very helpful because you can't set up any groups or rooms. I would like that widget to be able to say turn on the lights in the entire office, so set up say an office group, instead of it just showing me an individual light out of the 6 or so that I have set up here in the office. But hopefully that is a feature that comes down the road. Now, scrolling down from the top, we have got a smart home option. Now, by default, it loads up your recently used devices. From there in the top corner, you've got options to select groups or devices. If you select groups, it's going to bring up, say, different rooms or groups that you have set up through the app. Or if you select devices, it's going to show you all of your devices. And then up at the very top, you can select on the different category of devices. Now, this layout is definitely not the best and doesn't take full advantage of this 15-inch screen. Now, this was fine when I was using my Echo Show 5 and had a tiny little screen to be able to select things. But with this big screen, I was really hoping to see a full-on dashboard. If we take a look at my Fire tablet, it has an actual device dashboard. From here, we've got controls for all lights, all plugs, all switches, turning those on and off. From there, we've got our different favorites. We've got category buttons. We can scroll down and see pinned and recent routines. This dashboard is absolutely fantastic and something that I really hope comes to the Echo Show 15 down the road. Now, if you notice in the smart home option here, you can't quickly get to your routines. You have to swipe down from the top and you're going to be able to select routines from there. all of the routines that you set up through your Alexa app are going to be located here. You can run certain routines from here. You can enable and disable them. It's all going to be here in this option. Now, if you need help with routines, I did a video just a couple weeks back going through a lot of the routines that I use in my house. Everything is set up through the Amazon ecosystem. In fact, I started a new smart home series starting out with Amazon Alexa routines, and we're slowly going to be progressing through different systems, getting a little bit more difficult as we go. If that's something you guys might be interested in, definitely check out that playlist. Okay, checking back up to the pull down options, we've got an option here for cameras. This is going to allow us to view any of the cameras that we have set up through the Amazon device. You can either verbally ask Alexa to show a camera, or you can just tap on one of these cameras to load up a live view. Now, if you have a Ring video doorbell, there's some cool things that you can do with that. Because Amazon does own Ring, there's a cool feature that you can set up in there. If you go into the settings of the Alexa app, you can turn on a feature that anytime somebody rings that doorbell, it's automatically going to pull up a live view on your Echo device. Now, this is going to be any of the Echo shows, the 5, the 8, the 10, the 15. It'll work on any of those. Somebody rings that doorbell, it'll bring up a live view. Now, I did have somebody ask, can it automatically show up a live view when it just detects motion? Unfortunately, it cannot do that. It is only with a button press. Now, another thing to mention with the live view is that you only have the option to unmute your microphone. There are no options for the built-in quick responses that Ring comes with. Okay, so there are a lot of places that you can put this thing around the house. Let's go through a few of those different options right now, starting off with the kitchen. The great thing about having this in the kitchen is that you're going to be able to view recipes and cooking videos. So you can search for any recipe. For example, show me recipes for beef Wellington. From there, you're going to be able to pick whatever recipe you want to do. At the bottom, it's going to have the option to start the recipe, save the recipe, or add the ingredients to your shopping list. You'll also have the option of watching a video on how to cook that thing and be able to go through the different instructions that is provided with this recipe. Some other ways you can use this in the kitchen is for setting timers and alarms, and you can also ask for different conversions, say for converting teaspoons into tablespoons. Another good place to maybe use this around the house would be a bedroom. You can use this as a digital picture frame. So load up all your personal pictures or just have maybe a nice art displayed up on the wall. You can also set up different custom alarms. So for example, set alarm for 6 a.m. to AJR radio. If you have multiple alarms set up, you can view all of your alarms on the device. Some other ways to use this device around the house would be maybe for things like video calling. You can either call another Echo show around your house, or you can call an Echo show in a different house if you have that contact set up on your contact list. For example, my kids can use this device to call grandparents on the contact list. In addition to that, you can also do drop-ins where you can drop in on another device and see what's going on. Now, there is a feature built into that where I think it's the first 10 or 15 seconds of the video call is going to be blurred out. That is going to be for privacy reasons, so you can't just drop in and pop in a video call without the other person really realizing it. There is that buffer of it being a fuzzy video to give the other person a little bit of time, maybe if they're getting changed or something like that. So that is a cool feature that I like right there. And then we've also got announcements where you can use any of your Echo devices to announce through all of your Echo devices, say for something like dinner's ready or it's time to leave for school. Another thing that you can do with your Echo shows that have cameras built into it is you can use it as a security camera. You can drop in and check a live view to make sure everything is going on okay in your house. Whether you want to just check to make sure that nobody's broken in or you want to check on a pet, you can actually load up your Amazon app, log into it, select your specific device. For us, it would be the Echo Show 15 and load up a live view from there. Now, you can't record anything. It doesn't allow you to save anything to the cloud. So you're only going to be able to look at live views from there, but it is a way to check on your house without having to get an additional camera. Okay, now let's just talk about everything else this device can do that didn't fall into any of the other categories. First off, you can check your calendar on the dashboard. You can either verbally bring it up or you can actually click on your calendar here to see everything that is going on. In addition to that, you can also add things to your calendar from this device. You can also check reminders and see any reminders that you might have coming up. Another thing that you could do is you can ask for driving directions. Unfortunately, this device does not have a map feature built into it, but it will give you the time it'll take with current traffic to get to that location. With this being an Amazon device, you can actually buy things on Amazon just by asking. Buy coffee. In addition to making purchases, you can add things to a shopping list. Add cheese to my list. You can also look up nutritional facts. How many calories are in a Big Mac?
One of McDonald's Big Mac cheeseburger has 563 calories.
How many days till Easter?
Easter will start in 36 days, on Sunday, April 17th, 2022.
Give me a sports update.
This past Thursday, the Warriors defeated the Nuggets 113-102.
Okay, and let's wrap up with a joke. Alexa, tell me a joke.
What do you call a shark in parachute pants? MC Hammerhead.
Okay, I hope that you guys got some good information out of this video today. If so, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked that. Share this video with anybody that you think it might help. If you guys do support me on Patreon, I truly do appreciate it. It helps out a lot. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.